there have been fears, largely caused by sentiments from the minority in Parliament, that a takeover of ECG by new managers will cause consumers to pay more for power. Now, the new managers' power distribution service have, however, through the ECG, made a request for a tariff charge of 23 pesos, which is less than the 30 pesos ECG had charged for the year 2018. Imagine that. Ebenezer Baden is an energy economist at ECG, and he tells us this.
Power to the Power Distribution Services Ghana Limited. Then ECG will also sell power to customers identified across the boundaries or beyond the boundaries of Ghana. Now, PDS will take over ECG's assets, ECG leasing the assets to the PDS, and then PDS will look for capital, invest, expand in the assets, and then also do the maintenance operations, sell power to ECG's customers, and collect revenue on behalf of ECG.
And you mentioned that PDS is asking for a 23 pesos increase.
No, PDS has made a submission for 23 pesos per kilowatt hour tariff. Now, PURC is doing its own assessment. Currently, also PURC is and the Ministry of Finance are working on the lease payments, what the lease payments will be. That is what will be paid to ECG. So that becomes the total tariff. But PDS is asking for 23 pesos.
How much is ECG charging for that tariff?
I wouldn't put as ECG, but currently the distribution charge is 30 pesos.
Now, the minority spokesperson on energy, Adams Mutawakilu, about a month ago claimed that the energy sector is in crisis because of ECG's spiraling debts. Now, he says those debts are now almost 2 billion Ghana cedis, and he blames the situation on government's decision to reduce electricity tariffs just last year.
I said it was political last year because for the first time in the history of Ghana, tariff reduction with appropriate figure was captured in the budget, which were not PURC inputs. Also last year, the President of the Republic of Ghana, in meeting tailors, hairdressers, announced the reduction. So PURC had no other option than to adhere to what the President had said. So I'm not the one saying it. It's the actions of the government that had indicated that it was politically motivated. But when I'm talking of the increment, I'm not talking just because I'm ranking and I sat down and decided to do whatever I want to do. I do it in relation to, this is a electricity company of Ghana when they met the Committee of Mines and Energy, and this is their media review.
Okay.
Electricity Company of Ghana said they bought the power at 3 billion, about 3 billion.
Okay.
They sold the power at 3 billion. That is what they sold. But they bought the power at 3.8 billion. So if Electricity Company of Ghana should buy power at 3.8 billion and sold it at 3 billion, about 3.1, they made a loss of 711 million Ghana cedis half year, January to June 2018. So if you add their distribution expenses, administrative expenses, and other expenses, there was a loss of 1.146 billion Ghana cedis. The question I ask is that the concessionaire coming in, will he want to run it at this rate, where they buy it at high and sell it at low? The question is definitely no. So I'm looking at the practicality of what ECG is going through. And this is factual. Government cannot deny that these figures are not true. Will the concessionaire be ready to incur half-year debt of 711 million Ghana cedi? That is the direct cost, not taking into consideration administrative and distributing expenses. If you add those one, you get about 1.14 billion. That is the question we should ask. Two, we're all aware that the city wasn't stable throughout 2018. PURC in our media review indicated that even though there was depreciation, it wasn't factored in the tariff and subsequent quarterly tariff adjustment. The issue is, will the concessionaire be ready to absorb forex losses? The answer is no, because it cannot collect in cedis, but it pays independent power producers in dollars. And will sit down. Maybe ECG, because it's 100% owned by government, they can absorb and accumulate debt for us to pay.